Have you ever carried a mistake so heavy that it felt like it was crushing your chest? A mistake that makes you afraid of silence. Because in silence, your thoughts become loud. Maybe you did something wrong, something you regret deeply, something that changed how people see you, or how you see yourself. And now, shame whispers lies. It tells you that your life is over. That facing the truth is worse than disappearing. That ending everything is easier than owning up to what you did. Let me say this clearly, slowly, and without apology. Suicide is never an option, no matter what you've done. No matter how dark your past feels, no matter how loud guilt screams in your head. Ending your life does not undo the damage. It only multiplies pain and transfers it to people who may never even understand the full story. This video is not here to excuse wrongdoing. It is here to tell the hard truth. Owning up, changing, and choosing life is the only real path forward. There are 6 paths you'll follow in order to get yourself back. They are: 1. Accepting reality. Yes. Depression may come. Yes. People will talk. Yes. Harsh words will be spoken. Yes. Some doors may close. That is the reality of wrongdoing. But here is another reality many people don't talk about: running from the truth destroys you faster than facing it. Hiding eats away at your mind, lies keep you trapped in fear, and guilt untreated becomes self-hatred. You start to believe you are beyond redemption. You start to believe you don't deserve to live, and that belief is dangerous. Because you are not your worst act, but you are responsible for it. Accountability does not mean self-destruction, it means maturity, it means courage. It means choosing the harder road, the road that leads to growth. 2. Owning your wrong. You have to own up to your wrong. Not halfway, not with excuses, not with blame. You don't say, "It wasn't really my fault, everyone does it, I was pushed into it." No, you say, "I did wrong." That sentence alone takes strength. Ownership is painful because it strips you of comfort. But it also strips guilt of its power. When you own your actions, you stop running. And when you stop running, healing can begin. 3. Deciding to change for real. Here's another hard truth. Regret without change is meaningless. Feeling bad is not enough. Crying is not enough. Saying "I'm sorry" is not enough. Change must be intentional. You must look at yourself and say, "I will not be this person again." Not because people are watching. Not because you fear punishment, but because you refuse to let your worst moment define your future. Change is uncomfortable. It requires discipline. It requires cutting off habits, influences, and mindsets that led you there. And yes, it takes time, but change is possible. Not overnight, but genuinely. 4. Forgiving yourself. This is where many people fail. They accept responsibility, but never forgive themselves. They keep punishing their own mind. They replay the mistake again and again. They believe suffering forever is what they deserve. But listen carefully. Self-forgiveness is not denial. It is not excusing wrongdoing. It is not forgetting the past. It is choosing to heal so you can become better. You cannot build a new life while chaining yourself to the old one. If you don't forgive yourself, you remain stuck. And that is how despair grows. 5. Facing consequences without self-destruction. Here comes the hardest part. Speaking up, facing reactions, living with consequences. People may insult you. People may laugh. People may judge without mercy. Do not fight them. Do not argue your past. Do not try to convince everyone. Your defense is not your mouth. Your defense is your change. Silence plus consistency is powerful. Over time, noise fades, mockery weakens, truth settles. Not everyone will forgive you, and that is okay. Forgiveness is not something you can demand. What matters is that you are no longer the same person. 6. Self, discipline and inner work. Often, sit yourself down, look in the mirror. Speak to yourself honestly, the way a responsible adult would speak to a child who went wrong. Not with hatred, not with abuse, but with firmness and guidance. Correct yourself, teach yourself, discipline yourself. Growth requires honesty, not cruelty. If you are watching this and struggling with guilt, shame, or dark thoughts, hear this. Your life is worth more than your worst mistake. Choosing life is not a weakness. Facing the truth is not cowardice. Change is not impossible. If you need help, talk to someone. Reach out, stay alive, because the future cannot be fixed if you remove yourself from it. If this message spoke to you, share your thoughts respectfully in the comments. What do you think is harder, owning up to your mistakes, or living forever with regret. Thanks for watching.